What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Hey, y'all. Y'all see, this is not my normal setup, which is cool. It's a little something different. I got a little white background. Hey. Shout out to the 108 people that are already in the room. Oh my gosh, you guys were here before I got here. Let me say hi, everybody. And we're gonna jump into this. What's up, Soul Firm? Hey. First person I saw. Okay, hold on. Let me scroll to the top. Lemon Kush, Lady Virtue, Willie Brown. Hey, Janae, what's going on? Hold on. Hey, what's up, Mr. Willie Brown? SWV came to work tonight. Yeah, baby. What's up, Rocky? We gonna get to it. Rocky's a mess. Hey, Powerful Ruru 91. Hey, Demille. I love saying your name, Demille. What's up, Paul? How you doing? Hey. What's up, Soul Firm? Diva Law, Yolanda, Phil. All day. Hey, Jay Walsh. How you doing? Hey, Miss B. Carter. I think his wife is the mastermind. We about to get to it. What's up, Cross Country Cruiser? Hey, Tam Boyce. What's up, Montez? Hey, everybody. If you guys are coming in, please hit that like button. I really appreciate it, you guys. We are coming back because y'all know Candy be playing with us. We're putting out her speak on it. So we're going to come back. I'm going to do the review, and then I'm going to watch speak on it, and then I'm going to come back, and we're going to talk about it because, baby, I feel like she's going to be dropping some gems that we're going to need to discuss, okay? So that is the agenda for tonight. I know somebody told me that I needed to get back to work. They said, I know you enjoying yourself, but you need to get back to work. I said, okay, here I come. My bad. How did I go out of town? So this the internet, okay, connected to the Wi-Fi and everything. All I can do is what I do. I hope y'all can see me and hear me. If there are any problem in the chat, see here. Hope y'all see me and hear me. Okay. Yeah, I'm not using me, but it's. I'm sorry. We're gonna do this review, then we're gonna go watch speak on it, and then we coming back. So maybe it'll be a part 2. But let's get into it. The review shouldn't take that long because the episode really wasn't. I mean, there was stuff here, but it shouldn't be enough like that we're gonna be talking a long time, okay? Although I do have 2 pages of notes, so I don't know, maybe. All right, let's get into it. The internet is spotty, but we can see it's in and out. Okay. Hey, you want your shirt back? First of all, don't call me no Latasha. That's number 1. Don't call me Latasha. How about that? And it's my shirt. Moving forward. Thank you. This is, my niece gave me this. This is the lip bar. This lighting, I feel like the light, she don't have a ring light, so we got to do the best we can. But this is the lip bar, and this is a red. This is called Boy Trouble. It's called Boy Trouble. So this is from the lip bar. Y'all can't hear that. It's a voice in the background. Y'all can't hear it. My voice is breaking up now again. Okay. All right. Y'all saying I'm good for now. We're going to have to make it do what it do, you guys. Okay, so we start this episode off. Y'all know they have everybody. Yada, boo. The first scene we have is Tamika and Tasha. They did drop this on, they did drop this as a teaser, so most of y'all probably already saw this scene earlier this week. But we see the sisters making up, right? We see them sitting down. Now, I don't know about y'all, but for me, and I'm not trying to be nitpicky. I promise y'all I'm not trying to be nitpicky. But I'm gonna have to look into that. Thread Beauty. Okay. Let me say this. I feel like I'm a little. I didn't get warm and fuzzy from either sister. It wasn't just Tasha. I didn't get warm and fuzzy from either sister. Thank you. I feel like Maybe they weren't ready to make up. Maybe they weren't ready to make up on camera. I don't know. But I didn't feel like it was genuine. So I knew it wasn't going to last because I didn't feel like apology. I didn't feel like the we good now. I ain't feel. Y'all know what I'm saying? Now I felt that hug. That hug in the end, I felt that hug. Now I ain't gonna lie, I felt that hug. Tamika meant that thing. Because remember, Tasha was gonna give her a little and then walk off. But Tamika was like, no, and wouldn't let go. Now I felt that hug. The hug was real. But the it's the pole that 100%. Damn. He got nobody. Don't none of y'all believe Rocky? Everybody think Rocky all that money. Hey, we're gonna get to that. But because I felt like the apology wasn't genuine. I mean, no. The conversation. I think the apology. But here's what it boiled down to for me. Tasha was using that situation excuse. Thank y'all. Tasha was using that argument and everything as her excuse as to why she was being standoffish from the group. Once the apology came through, she ain't had nothing left. And so I think that's what the problem was, because once that I don't know, but I can't do nothing about it, y'all. But that's how I feel about it. That's my opinion. I feel like once the apology was given, because she kept saying, well, you need to apologize to my mom. You need to apologize to my mom. But once the apology was given, then there's nothing left. And I don't think she was ready for them to move on because she wanted to, y'all know what I'm saying? She needed a cover as to why she wasn't trying to be with the group. The conversation was genuine, but Tamika is telling her feelings as she should. Yeah. Turn the Wi-Fi off. Okay, hold on. Turn the Wi-Fi off on what? The computer? Turn the Wi-Fi off. Turn my camera off. Connect to y'all giving me all these different things to do. No, I'm not on my phone. I'm on a computer. That's what I'm saying. If I turn my Wi-Fi off, it's going to disconnect the whole thing. Oh, they thought I was using my phone. No, I'm not on the phone. I'm on a laptop. Yeah, I'm on a laptop. I don't know why it's doing that. Child, y'all know my StreamYard at home give me a hard time, so it must be the StreamYard. Use the phone's hotspot. I don't know how to do that. Y'all ask me to do stuff I don't know how to do. I don't know how to use my phone's hotspot. It's not my computer, so I don't know how to connect. Y'all ask me to do a lot. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just keep moving. I apologize, y'all. I'm gonna just have to keep moving. All right, so that's how I felt about that. We did see that Tasha did show up for sound check, and they said that she showed up in good spirits. Yeah, she showed up in good spirits because she knew she had that contract, child. She had that contract. And so she was happy, and so she showed up in good spirits, honey. Now, I'm going to read y'all my notes. I said, apologize and make up again. Oh, once again, I wrote here that Tasha, again, threw a jab at her father, made it seem like her daddy wasn't in the picture, made it seem like it was just the three of them growing up. And again, we know that the father did an interview, and I know it's but listen, let me tell y'all something. I know their daddy was in their life. Now, again, I'm not gonna tell somebody what their experience was. So I'm not gonna say he was good. Say he was a 100% present daddy. I can't say none of that. But their daddy was in their life. Now, life always changes when you go from being being married to being single, having a husband in the house to having a part-time husband because he's not in the house. I mean, a daddy, So I know that things probably changed, but I feel like Tasha is trying to give us the impression that their daddy was nowhere around, that their daddy wasn't a part of their life. And I just don't think that is fair nor true. But neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. And again, I'm not basing that just off of the daddy side of the story because the daddy did do an interview, but also we've seen the daddy with Tamika. Now, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So he's been around, but neither here nor there. Like I said, that's her experience. I can't tell her what her experience is as far as her relationship with her father, but I don't think it's fair for her to give the impression that their father just abandoned them when that's not what happened. But neither here nor there. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Yeah. I wrote there that there was a real hug, and I do. I feel like that hug was genuine. I feel like Tamika meant that thing. That hug was real. Okay. So then I have SWV and Xscape auditions. It wasn't nothing real big with that. I mean, we found out that Lily the best dancer for SWV. I mean, Taj is the best dancer, Lily the worst dancer. Tamika's the best dancer for Xscape, and everybody know Candy the worst dancer. Candy tell you herself that she ain't the best dancer in the world. Candy knows she can't dance, child. Candy can't do a routine. She can't get a 1-2 step. I don't even know. Can Candy give you a little? Can she do this? I don't even know. Candy can give you that. But either way, that was cute. That's all for that. I'm a glow with Evelyn and the Braxton girls. No, it's familiar. Yeah, Candy can't do it, but again, Candy will tell you. Candy. Listen, Candy will tell you. That's not my. That's not my. That ain't what God blessed me with. He may have blessed him with being able to write a song, but he sure ain't blessed him with no choreography, child. Am I too loud? Oh, okay. You barely hear me. Can y'all hear me? Now don't tell me y'all can't hear me now. As loud as I am. Okay, Miss Willie. That's when you take notes. These guys might be when they were in the car. If I think about it, I'll come back to it. Bro, SWV, what was it that Tamika and Candy? Huh. Okay. So I wrote SWV argue about the end of the song. We flash back to Tamika. I think I wrote Tamika and Taj. I think I was supposed to write Tamika and Taj, not and Candy. Okay, I got it now. One person voted no. I think somebody was just trying to be honorary and voted no, child. Okay. If it keeps going in and out, I'll just turn my camera off. I really hate to do that, but if it keeps messing up, I'll just have to turn my camera off. I don't know because I'm connected to the Wi-Fi. I'm on a laptop. I don't know what the issue is. It's either StreamYard or the Wi-Fi is a weak connection, but I don't know. And I think the Wi-Fi is pretty good here because, yeah. Anyway, I think that's what I was supposed to write was Tamika and Tosh going when they were arguing about who should sing the final song. Now, this is what I'm gonna say about this situation. This is the thing I'm gonna say about this whole who's gonna sing the song last situation. Child, somebody gotta be last. Like, are we? Maybe we should just flip a coin. Maybe we should, but somebody has to be last, and I'm not sure how you resolve that issue. I don't know if you flip a coin, if you pull a number out of a hat, whoever gets the closest number. Now, I'm going to be honest with you and say that I do agree that the strongest song should close, and I think week is the strongest song. That's how I feel. I really feel like it should be weak. Now, here's what I think they could have done. Now, I don't know if Coco would have allowed this, but I feel like maybe they could have let Xscape sing a verse. You know what I'm saying? Let Week be the final song, but maybe let Xscape sing a verse, right? Coco and SWV sing the first verse. I was gonna say Candy and Xscape, but Xscape singing the second verse, and then let SWV close out the song. That's how I feel like it could have happened. But let me say this. I know that we live in a world of social media. I accept the fact that we live in a world of social media. But if social media equal record sales, then every time Candy dropped a single, she would go platinum. Because Candy 10 million followers on social media. Tiny got 7 million. You know what I mean? Like if it automatically equaled record sales, then it would be a right now. But at the end of the day, and that is my opinion, I think weak. Now, it does look like SWV is starting the show. So maybe then Xscape could start the show. And then SWV close out the show with weak. That's just how I feel about it. Now, stop worrying about followers and watch their business. Child, you better say it again, Phil, for the people in the back. We're going to get to the business. But that's just how I feel about it. So all of this arguing back and forth, it really frustrated me. So I can only with I don't have a not being on camera. It's not my cover. If it keeps it up, I'll just figure something out. Followers don't always equate the tickets. So exactly, it doesn't. I mean, seriously, like if followers equated, ticket sales, songs downloaded, and all of that, like it just wouldn't. It just doesn't. And so I feel like I felt that about the headlining situation, and I feel this way about this right here. If you got flip a coin. But if you want to go by which song between the two of y'all have the biggest, in my opinion, the biggest hit, it's speak on it. Speak on it is about to start. Okay, I know all y'all about to run over to speak on it. And that's how we finish our review. And like I said, I'm going to give y'all my breakdown to speak on it. We back. All right, so that's like right. I have new people. So if subscribers equal views, that means that every time I drop a video, I should get every time I drop a video, right? And y'all know that sometimes I drop a video and I don't get 100 views. One doesn't always equal the other. Hey, P, where you been, boo? Hey, you watch this on the replay? Okay. Okay, babe. We also have to take into consideration who puts on a better show. SWV has good songs, but they don't put on a better performance than Xscape, in my opinion. And now I do agree that Xscape gives you a performance. Xscape will give you a show. SWV gonna come on and sing their songs. I do agree with that. I do think that Xscape relies much more on their vocal ability than giving you a full show. Just go to the realities of the people that you deal with, right? That goes back to the Rihanna thing with the Super Bowl. I was like, did any of y'all see Rihanna before she went on her hiatus? Rihanna has never been the fall from the sky performer. Like, I don't, if that's what y'all was expecting at the Super Bowl, then I don't understand what to tell you, because that's never been who Rihanna is. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Rihanna couldn't have given y'all that. Well, not pregnant, she couldn't. But prior to her being pregnant, maybe she could have given that to us, but that's just not who she is as a performer. We can't compare Rihanna to Beyonce or Rihanna to, I don't know, somebody else that might give you a good show. That's like Meg Thee Stallion. I like Meg Thee Stallion, but don't ever think you're going to go to a Meg Thee Stallion show and get this off the hook performance. Meg ain't the best. Have y'all paid attention? Meg ain't the best dancer either. Meg be in her mind. Y'all can see Meg counting. Go watch Meg perform. You can see her in her mind. She's not the best performer. She'll her ass off. She's gonna give you all of that. But if you're waiting for her, now Cardi is gonna give you a performance. Cardi knows how to put together a stage show. You know what I mean? But again, you have to know the people that you're going to see. And you can't compare everybody to the last person, because everybody ain't that person. And that's just it. So anyway, that's how I feel about that. So we saw a conversation with Tiny and Neek. Now, again, if you've watched any of the reality shows of Tiny and T.I. or any of her, y'all know Neek. Neek was in the OMG Girls. Neek was on the first season of Love and Hip Hop when they tried to do the Love and Hip Hop. The growing up hip hop Atlanta. Neek was first. And so Neek been around. Neek is Tiny's firstborn. She's got a baby now. You know, she just dropped a single this week too. Tiny her going on. She said Tasha came to sound check. Things look like they're going to be moving in the right direction. But then Tamika was talking about how Candy warned her. Candy told her that this is exactly what Tasha was going to do, that Tasha was going to use them to get back on. And then once she found like she was in a better position, at a better opportunity, she was going to basically get her ass kicked. And that's exactly what she's doing. She said, and I hate that Candy was right, but Candy was right. That's exactly what Candy said was going to happen. And this was actually happening. Now, Nick was trying to defend Tasha a little bit on the scenes tonight, or if I saw it behind the scenes, but Nick looked like she was trying to defend Tasha a little bit, but ultimately Tiny let her like, no, Tasha was tripping. You know, Tasha was tripping. So they did. Okay, so they cut out Gemini. Okay, well, y'all gotta go back and look, because they did at that point, because Neek was trying to let them know, listen, SWV had sold more records than y'all. They did edit that out. Okay, because I thought I didn't see that tonight, but I knew I had seen that. I ain't crazy. See, thank y'all. That y'all be letting me know that I'm not crazy. Hit the like button, please. All right. You said, when did she say that? She said that in that scene in the kitchen. I saw it, but they edited that out. I don't know if I saw it on the previews or I saw it on the trailer or something. But Neek did say that. Neek was getting her mama together about SWV. She sure was. They did remove it. They did remove that out. Tasha's been moving this way for a very long time, so Candy already knew what to expect. Candy told him. Shout. All right, so then we see Lily with her sister, and again, she took her daughter's dog to go to the groomer and everything, and again, she's talking to her about like her sister was the babysitter, that her sister was the one that sort of had after was touring, and while her kids were young, she said she feels bad She was his mom and she did what she had to do. You know, these were the decisions that she had to make that were in the best interest of what is this? Does your internet must be StreamYard then? It keeps going in and out. It must be StreamYard then. Y'all, this must be StreamYard because my niece is on her internet and her Wi-Fi on her laptop and it's not doing anything. It's not messing up. So I don't know why it keeps going out, y'all. It's StreamYard. It's not me. So I mean it's not the Wi-Fi. So sometimes it does it with the TV. Okay. All right, we're gonna have to do it, y'all. We're gonna have to we listen. What I'll do is I'll upload. Huh? I don't know. Okay. What I'll do is I'll upload a picture so when we go live for the speak on it, if I need to go off screen, then I'll be able to go off screen. Okay. All right. Okay. So I feel like somebody was asking, I think it was Fucky Daniva asked in his video, where were Lily's kids when she was living in her car? And I feel like Lily left her kids with a family member, and maybe it was the sister. Because she said her sister was a babysitter, and that's who her she knew that. She probably was smart enough to say, listen, right now I can't take care of my damn self. I don't need to have my kids out here while I figure it out. And the sister probably allowed her, especially if that's who the kids was trying to be. So I felt like when she told that story about her living in her car, I felt like that's what it was. Kids were probably with a family member or maybe even with their dads. I don't know. But that's what it sounds like happened as well. It sounds like the kids were probably with a family member. So again, we got a chance to see, basically see her giving her sister her flowers for helping her and being a support for her. But also saw I feel like that was her also saying, listen, I have regrets. I think about when things happen, I also would that have happened if I were home? Wouldn't if I wasn't on the road for months at a time and left my kids alone? But ultimately, you got to work, and whether you work on a 9 to 5 or you're torn, working with a group, there are going to be times when you're not with your family. So I get it, and I hope she doesn't beat herself up too badly about it, because at the end of the day, you did what you had to do to take care of your kids and to ultimately try to provide them with a better life and a better opportunity. It just so happened your group sort of hit some hard times and things went the way they went, but I think your intentions were always in the right place. All right, child, we meet up with the with a wardrobe situation, child. Lily told her sister that she ain't here for the she said we have totally different wardrobe styles, so she doesn't know about them having one big wardrobe situation. That's what she said. And I can agree with that. I feel like maybe they should have tried to do a scheme, but maybe not necessarily wardrobe together. Although it seemed like that was once they got past the initial color and stuff, it seemed like when they met, they kind of, we'll get there in a second, but it seemed like it kind of went okay from that. We Coco didn't seem to understand why Steven had to be there, because Steven does set time. But I feel like because Steven does the LCD board or whatever, the LED board, he needed to know the song order, because he needed to know when to put what graphics up on the board and when to cue in certain things with the stage show. So he needed to be there, and he did need to have the final set list. So, but I'm gonna say this about Miss Coco. I'm gonna give Coco a lot of grace for a couple of reasons. One, I'm gonna give her a lot of grace because I do feel like Xscape was playing with them. I do. I'm gonna give her some grace because she said she didn't have her meds. Now I don't know how she ran out of her meds, but that ain't my business. That's between her doctor, and her healthcare provider. But I feel like they should have been overnighting her or calling it a prescription to a pharmacy down in Atlanta if that's what she needed. But she said she ain't have her meds. So I'm gonna give her some leeway. But I do feel like she was like, listen. So when they sat down to do the set, the song list, the first song on the song list, it's Coco was like, that's not what we said. And I think they had them doing what they had them doing, y'all. What's that fast SWV song? Not anything, but it was another one of their fast songs. And right here, I think maybe. And Coco was like, no, we're not. That's not the song we're gonna do. So they kind of went through the set list until they got to the end. And I've already said my piece on this, so I'm not going to draw on this situation. Here's how I feel on this situation. I feel like the stronger song should go, and that's what the hell needed to be. And if they had a problem with SWV going last, and they could have split week up, they could have sang it at did like you do the first verse, we do the second verse, then let them close there, follow with them singing last, and y'all sing first. Like, it ain't that serious. And I get it that it's that serious when it's y'all, because you're an artist and you sensitive about your shit. But I'm glad you back, P, as much as you can be. I can respect that, baby. You come in when you can come in, boo. I miss seeing you though. Okay, so Jalen is going back to school. Listen, let me say this. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it to y'all here. If you had asked me 10 years ago, my answer would probably be different, because my mindset was different when it came to education. Or sing I'm Every Woman at the end. And you know what, love? That would have been a cool way to close out the show, too. Don't sing either one of their songs. Close out with I'm Every Woman. And I think that would have been cool. That would have been cool, too. Miss you, too, P. So that would have been cool. I would have been cool with that. 10 years ago, if you said something to me, I'd have been like, he need to finish school. Oh my goodness. No, he shouldn't drop out of school. He need to finish school. Blah, 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 blah. This is what I'm going to say now. I still feel like if he wants to be a dentist, obviously he has to go to school. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts around that. But I also feel like there are so many non-traditional ways that we never thought of 10 years ago to achieve financial success and personal freedom, that if he doesn't want to finish school because he no longer wants to be a dentist and he wants to do other things, there are so many different ways to be successful that he can do it. Now, if you want to be around this, go. I agree a little bit. I feel like they would having these meetings because they were filming the show. Listen, they didn't know when they first set up this show and they first set up the storyboard for this show, they didn't know they were going to run into this juggernaut of Tasha, Tamika, and it looks like we got a whole nother juggernaut going on with the promoter. Like, they didn't know they were going to run into that juggernaut. So yeah, I agree. A lot of these scenes we are filming just for the purposes of filming, like background dancers. Child, they didn't need to have that scene. That was just the purpose of filming. I agree with you on that. 100%. Now, Jalen is going back to school, and I'm happy. At the end of the day, he's really big on social media. He wants to sing, and again, I understand Coco being hesitant about him going into the music industry, but her music industry, you know what I'm saying? Her music industry that she came into, put it on iTunes, put it on Google Play, sell it, and go on about your merry little way. And if it becomes a hit, if it becomes a viral hit, if TikTok picks it up and somebody do a damn TikTok song to it, you done sold 5 million copies of your $2.99 record, and you ain't got to pay nobody but the producer. Apple takes their cut. Google Play takes their cut, SoundCloud takes their cut, and the rest of it is yours. You don't have to worry about no record company. You don't have to worry about none of that other stuff. And at the end of the day, if you want to go on tour, you can book some dates, and you can go out on tour. I mean, you ain't going, you may not get on a, a Nicki Minaj tour or nothing, but you can perform, you can make music, you can work. I remember Whoopi Goldberg saying and Whoopi Goldberg said this 20 years ago. I remember early on when she was on The View. Somebody said something, I don't remember what talking about, but I remember them talking about people acting and people being movie stars and people not being able to find work. And Whoopi said, you can always find work. She said if you want to act, you can act. Now, if you want to be a star, that's another conversation. She said, if you want to act, you can act. You can go to the local playhouse and act. You can go down to the church and do a play if you want to act. She said, now, if you want to become a star, that's another conversation. And so I say the same thing about singing. If you want to sing, sing. And now we have so many different avenues, but I feel like he can do that and he can still go to school if that's what he wants to do. So anyway, he's going back to school. Jalen goes with them. The designer is Corey Boyd. Now, Corey Boyd designed all the Scripper stuff too. Lily said she walked up in his studio and she thought that she was at the Scripper at Magic City and she was at the Scripper Expo. Okay, now listen, I ain't mad at you, Corey Boy, because Tiny said, yeah, he make the clothes for the strippers, but he make our clothes too, and his job is good. I mean, he does good work. So I ain't even mad at you. Okay, do what you do, boo. Do what you do. But we get in there, and of course, we have the normal back and forth about the wardrobe. But yeah, at the end of the day, Xscape puts on a performance, whereas SWV sings on stage. We already talked about that. Now, they kind of had a back and forth over the colors, silver versus white and silver. But I think they figured all that out, child, too. Fitting comparison, there are folks who pursue traditional standard professions, then switch up out of art. The love of the arts needs to be buttressed by a job. It cannot outsource. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I have no problem with him going back to school, but I also feel like if he had decided to do music, I just think that a lot of Coco's fears are a little different in this world that we live in today. So I agree with you on that. All right, so let's see, Tamika. Now I'm gonna say this, Tamika. I feel like you was poking the bear a little bit when they were talking about the wardrobe, and Tamika started calling Diana Ross, talking about, well, we'll see what Diana Ross wants to do. Diana Ross showed up in a whole and that's when we found out. That's when we first found out. This thing. You want to try to move to the computer room? I'm in the. I may try. I may try it later, but right now I'm in the middle. I'm almost done, so I just finish it out. Sorry, y'all. I don't know. I try to figure out what's wrong before I go live again. I might have to move closer to the router, but it's cool, y'all. It's cool. We almost done. I feel like you calling her Diana Ross and you calling out that she showed up in a different outfit or whatever. I feel like that was a bit much. Now, again, I know that you and your sister, y'all probably poke at each other like that, but considering that y'all relationship was so tense, that probably didn't need to be said. But this is what we found out, that she first had a different stylist. It's the same situation that they ended up running into when they did the Queens of Soul, the Soul Train Award situation. But Tamika, yeah, on that one, Tamika, that was you. That was unnecessary. And if I was Tasha, I'd have been irritated by it. The whole Diana Ross thing. I would have been a little irritated by All right. They get into a whole argument again about the music and the numbers. And Coco finally was like, listen, I tell you what, y'all just do y'all set and we'll just do our set. We won't do no co-mingling. We go back and forth. Y'all perform, we'll perform, or hell, we'll perform, y'all perform, and that's just gonna be what it is. And I'm with Coco on this point over it too. Like, let's just get on stage. Y'all sing y'all hits, we'll sing our hits. If y'all want us to go first, fine. We'll go first. We don't care. At this point, we just want this thing to be over with because we tired of all of it. And I'm with Coco on that one, child. I really am. They said that Tiny got it in her rider that she need to have a piano in her dressing room. Tiny, girl, what you need a piano in your dressing room for? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's your rider, and if that's what you need, but girl, what you need it in your dressing room for? I don't understand. I don't understand it. Not escape dresses like strippers who are determined to get second and third wear out of there. Oh, ah. Oh Lord. I'm not doing this with y'all. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, tell y'all I'm not crazy about a lot of escape stage outfits, but child, listen. If they like it, I love it. Everybody team Tamika, but but to me, the entire show she's saying, okay. Tamika gives Tyler Perry stage play. Okay. I hear y'all. Um, So yeah, again, at this point I'm over it too. I'm sorry, y'all to keep looking at my notes. At this point, I'm over it too. So that's how I feel about it. Coco said, "Listen, we're gonna go on stage, we're gonna sing our songs, and y'all go on stage and y'all sing y'all songs, and that's just gonna be that." And I feel like that's just kind of where we left things with that. They kind of got into a back and forth, but Coco said, "You ain't gonna be talking to me like I'm a child." I feel like y'all talking to us like we children, and it started to get real ugly. And I'm glad they cut it. However they edited it, they edited it right there. But then we get to the final scene. And baby, this final scene is a doozy. Now, listen, we heard about this a little bit back in summer when Tasha brought up the fact that the threatened her husband and all of this stuff. And Candy and them said, that ain't the story. It's more to the story. And when we get, we can't say nothing, but y'all are going to get it on the show. Well, baby, here we go. They call a group meeting, right? We see all the sisters show up, and they are very somber. They are in business mode. It ain't no whole bunch of laughing and joking. It's hey girl, hey, let's sit down and let's get to this business. And what we find out is allegedly they found out that the promoter, one of the promoters that they had been working with, Rocky had been getting kickbacks from him. So it seems, and he sent over text messages, screenshots, he sent over contracts, he sent over all of the receipts to support his version of the story. Now, let me explain how allegedly this thing went down. Allegedly, this producer wanted to book Xscape. But he wanted to. Yeah. They're gonna be there. Allegedly, the promoter paid Rocky 10K, well, really 15K, because he gave him 5K, and then he was going to give him another 10K when the contracts were signed. Once all four women agreed to do the show and signed off on the contract. Allegedly, in the text messages, Tasha was part of it. According to the text messages, Rocky says in the text messages, "Yeah, I told my wife, and she said that she'll be able to get the girls to sign on. She'll be able to get them to do it. Yeah, my wife, she on it. She know what she got to do." Now they confront. Tasha with it. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Boo. Why did Tamika take the info that's how to go to her sister? Is that what they said happened? I don't remember who they said found out first, but Tamika found out first. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Here's my issue. Once again, Tasha, you pissing on my leg and you telling me it's raining. Your first response was, and you believe some old text messages? Yeah. And like Tamika said, like that's his phone number. So we know it came from Rocky's phone. That's Rocky's phone number. Ain't nobody enough a conversation. And nobody going through all that just to prove that Rocky is a thief. Now, my bigger question is, Candy Tiny knew about it first. Okay, wait a minute. Candy and Tiny knew about the text. Right. So I don't understand what your first question was, Corey. You said, your first question was, why did Tamika take it to them first before taking it to her sister? But if they knew about it first, then she didn't take it to them first. Tasha was so ready to come to the BS until they made sure that's what iPhone text looked like, and that's Rocky's phone number. So you sitting here, and again, I know a lot of people are trying to give her a pass with this $30,000. A lot of people are trying to win that. Maybe Tasha didn't know about it. Maybe Tasha wasn't in on it. A lot of people are giving Tasha a pass or trying to find a way to give her a pass. But those text messages, Rocky implicates Tasha. Now, that don't mean Rocky telling the truth. That doesn't mean that just because Rocky said it, that mean it happened, because we. But those messages, they implicate Tasha. And for you to be, your first response is, y'all just gonna believe them old text messages? Girl, yeah. Why wouldn't we believe the text messages? Why wouldn't we? I believe Rocky does a lot of stuff unbeknownst to Tasha, but then Tasha has a coverage. I agree. About the text Tasha. They called group meetings. They definitely waited so that they could sit down. And here's why I'm gonna say. And here's why I think they did it that way. Let's throw the cameras out of the window for a minute. Let's just talk about the group dynamics, because they said that Tasha has always been able to manipulate Tamika and get Tamika on her side and get Tamika to take up for her. So I feel like maybe they said, listen, don't talk about this until we can all sit down together, because I guess what they didn't want to happen is for Tasha to sort of talk her way out of it and get Tamika leave out of the story that her and Rocky concocted. That's how I feel. But I don't know that to be true. But if I were Candy and I were Tiny, that is what my two would be. If throughout the history of y'all's group, Tasha been able to make Tamika, and like they said, Tasha has always taken Tamika. Tamika has always taken Tasha's back, even when she was wrong. It seems to me like maybe they wanted to eliminate that from happening. I believe she could have known about the show, but not about the kickback. At what point? And I've been a fool in love. I ain't never been this deep of a fool in love, but I've been a fool in love. At what point do you say, my husband might be into some ish. You know what I mean? At what point do we say my husband might be into some ish? How many different times does she have to be confronted? Because remember, this isn't, according to them, this ain't the first time Rocky done been on some ish. You know what I'm saying? So they would think you. We about to run over here to speak on it. So now Candy can't tell us. She ain't supposed to tell us more than what we saw tonight. But I believe she gonna give us more than what we supposed to know. So we're gonna go over there and we're gonna come back over here and we're gonna talk about it. Okay. Again, I said Candy and this amazing businesswoman. Why is Rocky, Tasha's husband, involved in Xscape musical business? Good question. This is the promoter. But here's the question that I have. What happened between Rocky and the promoter to make the promoter turn on Rocky? Because there's a reason why you went to them and told them what Rocky was doing. And it wasn't out the goodness of your heart. It wasn't because you felt bad for them, because you had no problem with the kickback on the front end. If you didn't have no problem with kickback on the, something must have happened. I don't know if Rocky tried to double cross him. I don't know what happened, but there's a reason why he took all of his evidence, information, went to the rest of the women. That's a reason. That's a reason. So I don't know what happened, but that is what I want to know. Because again, people's motives matter. Because you didn't have no problem cutting me out. You didn't have no problem making a deal with Rocky on behind my back. But he must have done something to you to make you turn on him. Now, that's my opinion. I jumped out on speak on it. She is playing. I get it. But I mean, at a certain point, child, Rocky wanted more money. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. See, you being greedy, messing up a good thing. Being greedy, you mess up a good thing. All right, y'all. We'll be back. I'm coming back at 11 o'clock. I may come back earlier, depending on how long speak on it lasts, because I don't want to be up too late at my niece's house. You know, she got to get up and go to work in the morning. So, but I'll be back at the latest. I'll be back at 11. But I'm going to try to be back earlier so we can talk about speak on it. I'm about to get off of here now. I'm about to hop on over to speak on it. Tracy, I saw what you said. I haven't looked at it yet, but I did screen record it, so I'm going to upload it. I did screen record it. I'm going to upload it. All right? All right, y'all. Mwah. Peace.